sitting in the dining center, the library, or just in school in general, one thing that we all see and that we all have in common is what? Our phones. Either you have a phone, you have a laptop, some type of portable device that you're on. You don't see anyone, either you have your headphones in as well, you don't see anyone conversating, you don't see anyone making eye contact with each other, just sitting there plugged in. So I decided that I would make this is a community issue to me, because it's very important as today as that young people ourselves communicate and not always be plugged in, because it is becoming a problem. And I also talked to my friends and family about this, informed them like, hey, this is very important, because you don't notice it. Technology is advancing so much to where no one notices it. When something becomes a social norm, it's like, oh, this is just something that we do. We don't realize that we're always on our phones. We don't realize that we're only using laptops and computers and phones and stuff like that as our main source. So I will be starting off by talking about how technology affects younger children and how that leads from younger children to teenagers. First off, I have a little cousin. He's about 2 years old. And what I would notice is that my grandma would have a flip phone, and he would not even look at it. He wouldn't bother it. But if it was like a smartphone, such as an iPhone or Android, he would be more attracted to that phone, and he would automatically go to that phone. So it made me wonder, like, why is that? Why are children so attracted to more advanced technology rather than something that we would use 10 years ago or so long? According to Amanda Leinhart, in 2011, 7% of 5 to 15-year-olds use tablets in school or just in general, and about in 2015, that percentage went up 71%, and 34% owned their own tablets or either cell phones. So that lets you know, and shows over the years that the percentages are getting higher, and pretty soon your little cousins, your babies, and your friends and family, everyone will own their own technology and some type of smart device. 11%, about 3 to 4 of them in that age group around 11 to 15, they already had their own. So think about when you were 11. You didn't have an iPhone, you didn't have a MacBook or a Microsoft computer. So that shows how different things are today. And what's also interesting that I found, the top 5 apps that younger children are using are YouTube, Angry Bird, Minecraft, Disney, and Temple Run. If you look at those top 5 apps, none of those apps are educational. It's all games and strategy. But according to Amanda Leinhart again, a lot of those apps are strategical apps. They're not educational, but a lot of kids take that to where, oh, this is something that is interesting to me. It helps the children's mind click and think fast. So another thing I'll be talking about is how technology affects teenagers. And what a lot of parents would do for teenagers and young kids, they would use technology to guilt trip. They would say, oh, you can't use your laptop for this 10 amount of minutes. And the children will do that because they would want to use that so bad, to where the point they don't care. They want, as long as they can use that technology, that is good for them. So teens also become dependent on social media and laptops just as much as children. And having the younger children look at the teenagers, that you're training your younger siblings and family to do the same as you're doing. So according to Stuart Dredge, he stated that 92% of teens are online, and 56% online students are on multiple times. So to clear this up, or in conclusion, technology is advancing, and we need to realize that this is not the only thing that we should, be dependent on. And while you're sitting at home, pick up a book, read something, talk face to face with people.